Hello, welcome to I Love Gay Today, sponsored by GayRealEstate.com. And we are in Miami today, and we are here with Timur Tugberk. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fabulous here in Miami. Thank you so much.
You are fabulous. Ever since I come to know you, I think it was through LinkedIn, and the more I discover, I mean, the things you touch on when it comes to fashion and design and so forth. I mean, you have really knocked it out of the park.
Thank you. I feel like Sex and the City back late 90s, early 2000s, like sunk fabulous in my mind. And so I'm like, I'm gonna live a fabulous life. Very Samantha Jones, my life is, I should say.
But you started all that. I mean, in today's world, and I actually love this. I saw a quote in one of your interviews: "Influencer, publicist, marketer," and that's a perfect through. Like that's a perfect elevator pitch right there, all by itself. But
It really is. Honestly, it could be siloed or in that order, because
yeah,
I am kind of an influencer publicist marketer too for the people in that industry as well. So
yeah. But no, I love when I saw you got started. It was 2005, and I mean you were in DC, but I saw you kind of got started in the world of kind of events and interiors. So you've always kind of had this fashion and interior design sense carry along with you all along the way.
right, right. Being a gay man, especially my pedigree of gay man, I was always outwardly expressive through art, fashion, theater. I guess you could say I'm a theater queen, but like, don't ask me the last time I saw a show. It was 1,000 years ago. And last time I was on stage as an actor was also 1,000 years ago. But somehow being able to curate a vibe in a room and entertain and be colorful and then translate that to being flamboyant and unapologetically myself and fabulous, like we said, it all kind of coalesced in 2005 during design school when I started using design to create memorable events, which became public events, and especially for our gay community. Um, Creating nightlife experiences and brand experiences, all of that natural experiential talent combined with my education and my passions
Yeah.
turned into my profession after all these years.
Yeah, and now you're in Miami, and it's like the hub of all things, especially when it comes to technology. I understand technology, the world of influencers, and a lot of creative has really come together lately in that city.
Yeah, I think Miami originally attracted me like right around, I want to say, like right around or before when Obama was elected the first time.
Yeah,
And the creative community here attracted me the most. Very edgy, very colorful, very vibrant. And basically, for 10 years following that, like it's remained under the radar. Like super hip, cool things would take place in Miami, but most people knew Miami as like party, 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 South Beach, and not so much like the art scene and like the innovative scene and whatnot. And COVID really like lit a fire under that. And so many people are here now and help present Miami on the world stage as a legitimate urban contender for influence.
yeah,
Um, and since they love like cameras here and they love creativity, like being an influencer in Miami, especially even before COVID, was so easy. They always rolled out the red carpet for us and were so welcome. Whereas some cities definitely had a little bit of like, I don't get it, so we're not going to entertain this, you
yeah.
know? This is an entertainment city. They love celebrity here. So, like, why not? And then with COVID and everyone working remote, the influencer community really took off here, especially the OnlyFans community. It's like
Yeah,
the land of the beautiful, like $100,000 a month paycheck for like taking this shirt off. Why not?
yeah. No, I hear you. But some of the work you've done, I mean, I know we're talking about Miami. I saw, I mean, you worked with a lot of different clients, but like Art Basel, you've done things with them and so forth. But what kind of things do you do? It seems like you kind of blend the world of events and media and so forth and kind of bring a lot of that together.
Yeah, it's interesting because I built my business around my interests. So as I mentioned, as a child growing up, like art, design, fashion, etc.,
Yeah,
travel, hospitality, entertainment, like all things, for lack of better term, fabulous.
yeah.
And Miami really does like live and breathe that. And what a perfect place to combine my interests and my professional superpowers in a place that celebrates all these things. Um, I've worked with many very well-known hotels, celebrities, major festivals and events like Miami Swim Week and Art Basel, and ancillary things that go and coincide with that and go along with it. Different type of brand activations, different type of personality activations. I love that in Miami, we celebrate creativity, so any form of media is
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah.
I'm in the media. I pitch to the media. I'm on social media. I pitch to social media. Like it's just so interesting being this influencer publicist marketer. As you know, as a marketer, like there's so much that goes behind the scenes in actually executing like a quality campaign,
Yeah.
but then also being the recipient of that campaign is a separate thing. And if that campaign is specifically from someone in the media or to an influencer to understand that whole entire ecosystem landscape,
No.
and oftentimes to translate to a consumer audience, it's like very dynamic. It's a lot of work. It's really interesting to be aware of all the hats in what I do because I really get to understand the DNA of creating an idea and manifesting it to reality.
Yeah. But even the way you were describing it, one of your styles, I think this is quite common nowadays. We're all trying to focus on what we do best, but you really partner with a lot of others when you kind of pull these projects together too.
Yeah, I believe, especially when I went off finally on my own 7 years ago, I believe there's like two type of entrepreneurs. There's one that's like, I can do everything, I'm good at it, I'm gonna do it all. And then the other one that's like, I'm gonna find someone that can do it even marginally better, and I'm gonna work with them.
Yeah.
And that's my kind of entrepreneurship. I love people, so like, why not make a team?
Exactly. What also allows us to focus on what we do best. And even on our end, we often will tell clients like, yeah, we really don't create, do the creatives and so forth. We find other folks that can build that. Our strength is in really being able to take a message and bring it to an audience. And it's a great space to be in, but we're always working with clients from a broader perspective. So partners along the way have just been kind of our part of our DNA as well.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a village, like the great Hillary Clinton once said.
Does. Well, with the name of your company, Designing the District, how did you come up with that?
So it's like many layered entendre.
Yeah.
As a designer, like I'm design trained, that my education, my degree is interior design. And in my business, I like to say that I take a design philosophy to creative problem solving because that really is how I've like figured out all this shit in my life. Just like take a creative lens and figure it out, you know? So through design, I've really learned how to like wireframe and roadmap to success of many things. Certain things like cultural engineering, for example, being an influencer, a promoter, like creating interesting experiences and vibes for people really helps cultivate and sculpt culture, which is in essence a municipality, which is a district. Working in interior design and translating that to landscape design, to architecture, to urban planning, designing the district. I'm from Washington, D.C., which is called the district, and my second home is Miami, and there is a design district. So there's so many layers to how this correlates, and designing the district was just such a natural evolution of my brand name, which
Yeah.
removed my personal name out of it and allowed my work to speak a little bit more for itself.
I love that. Well, I just, like I said, love some of the work. I just got back from San Juan, and when I told you I was going there, you had an article that you had put together from San Juan, and I've seen some from Key West and so forth. But tourism has also been a kind of I guess, a personal part of your the things you like to write about.
Yeah, yeah, Matt. I mean, I love it, and any opportunity that one of my media partners allows me to write, I'm so here for it. I'm honestly like in this headspace right now. I'm like, I think I should really lean more into the influencer side of me and be more of a travel influencer since I do travel all the time. Most of the time, it's on my own budget. Handful of times, I'm grateful to be invited by hotels or tourism boards or cities to create coverage for my audience. I would love to do more of that. I would love to get paid to do that, like traveling all the time. That's travel is literally my favorite thing to do. And like, why not figure it out?
Yeah, no, I hear you. Well, you've got a lot of great content already for it. So, in fact, when we post this on YouTube, I'm going to make sure too, because you've got these interviews that you've done on Miami Vibes magazine recently, and then Miami Living and so forth. But they're great. They're great interviews, and so I'm going to make sure folks can learn more about you there as well.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, the media doesn't stop there. Like, I'm actually backlogged with certain features that I would like to share. This spring, I was on Jujubee's podcast, Queen of Hearts, which is a blind dating podcast. And
Wow.
I was the featured guest, and they like plucked three suitors in Miami for me to blind date on this like Zoom sort of game show.
Yeah.
Um, which is so exciting. I bring it up because it's like major queer, and I haven't posted about it yet. So you'll learn even more about me by hearing about my kinks and like my behind the scenes for like what I like in dating,
Yeah.
which is very different than the Miami Vibes magazine that really highlights that I'm an influencer publicist marketer and a badass.
I love it. Well, no, I think this is great. And I really thank you for even just taking a few moments of your time to share a bit of your story with our audience, and look forward to being able to connect with you in the real world soon.
Oh, same. And I'm excited to also meet your audience. I always welcome new friends, and
Yes.
it's fun when we can engage with each other on our favorite platforms where we create.
I agree completely. So thanks again for being here, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, man.